Hello again everyone and welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host Derailious. Today we're going to be going over Skyblock 0.23.1, which is the first post-foraging update. This one includes a bunch of early game changes, as well as a ton of additions and reworks to pet crafting, which I really think are solid. Before we begin though, I just want to say, please make sure to like and subscribe down below as it really helps out the channel a lot, and use code RAIL on the Hypixel store for 5% off your order. You guys have been crazy with it recently. It does mean a ton. Thank you so much. Without any further ado though, let's get started. Alright, so starting off here today, we have Hypixel Skyblock patch 0.23.1. The admins write hello. This week we've got a new progression system that you can access by talking to Hina, an overhaul to how pet crafting works, and a whole bunch of smaller bug fixes and changes. So starting off here, we have Hina's chapters. After receiving your Heart of the Forest from Hina, you'll get Hina's chapters unlocked, a new system which will guide you through Galatea's first island. Complete objectives to learn more about the island, and get free rewards. Basically, you get a ton of really good stuff here. Heart of the Forest XP, Foraging XP, Hunting XP, a lot of attribute shards, just good overall rewards. Going through the system is not too bad. You can get to Chapter 5 ridiculously fast if you're just like even starting off at Galatea. A lot of the attributes are very simple to get, and that's what a lot of the tasks are. Get Coralot attributes, get Salmon attributes, get Cod attributes, etc. So really not a bad system. I like it a lot, and so much so that I really think something like this should be put to other parts of the game. Areas like mining could use something like this very much. There's also pet crafting changes. They've revamped how pet crafting works to remove any and all randomness. Any pet that you craft now starts at common rarity, and you'll need to upgrade it at cat now to get it up to legendary. They've rebalanced all of the material, coin, and time costs. Generally speaking, most pets should be easier to obtain and upgrade for early game players, which is what their ultimate goal was. Since the update hit the alpha network, they've done another balance pass over all of the resource costs for pet upgrades. You can view all of the updated values here in this spreadsheet. There are also a bunch of new rarities for certain pets: Blaze Pet, Glaciite Golem, Pigman, and Wither Skeleton. Next, we have the revamped Chicken Pet. They've made it more useful for early game players as an early game farming pet. It now gives you farming fortune, speed, free range, which gives you 100 farming fortune when on public islands, extra loot, which makes chickens always drop an egg when killed, and grants a 100% chance for animals to drop an additional item. It also allows you to take 100% less fall damage. Very cool stuff when at level 100. They've also taken the opportunity to change a couple of recipes in the game. They've added Enchanted Cooked Rabbit, which is crafted with 160 Enchanted Raw Rabbit. They've made Enchanted Rabbit Hide go from 576 to 160 Rabbit Hide. Same thing for leather, 576 down to 160. They've also changed a variety of recipes that utilize Enchanted Leather to compensate for this change. TLDR, they just made other recipes require more enchanted leather because now you need less in order to craft each individual one. Rabbit Minion now only uses raw rabbit, and they fixed an issue where rabbit minions were only dropping half the rabbit hide and rabbit's feet that they should have been. They want to make more improvements to Skyblock's new player experience in the future, so stay tuned. I really hope this means that they're going to be working on another version of the chapter system for other parts of the game, but for now, this is pretty nice. They've also made a bunch of other changes here. Quite a few of them are incredibly solid. Notably, they've reverted the fix to being able to catch obfuscated 1 trophy fish outside of the Crimson Isle. That change sucked. I'm really glad that they've, gone back on that. They've also done some pretty good other things, all things considered. They've reduced the collection requirements for Glaciite, Tungsten, and Umber. I think it's 500k max instead of 1 million. Sure, that's fine. You can now apply farming for dummies to vacuums. Pretty good change, whatever. They've also highlighted the fact that pets in the dark auction are sold at level 1. Very silly change. I wonder who was getting a pet in the dark auction and made a bug report saying that it should have been at level 100. Very silly stuff here. Also a ton of bug fixes, as you can see. Just a lot of things that they've improved upon. There were a lot of issues after the release of the foraging update, and many of those issues have been resolved here. Wrapping up here, while Skyblock 0.23.1 is not the biggest update in the world, it is certainly very solid with a lot of good changes for early to mid-game players. Really hope we see something like Hina's chapters expanded upon. Know I said it like 3 times in this video, but I really do want it. I think that would be great for the early game. As well, the pet crafting changes are super solid, don't have any problem with them. I think that it's going to make actually getting pets early on as a new player way easier, which is going to be very, very nice. Please let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Use code RAIL in the Hypixel store for 5% off your order. And look to the future, fellas. I'll see you then.